Pondering God, Chapter 45. Final Thoughts on Redefining Marriage. If someone invited me to a masquerade ball or costume party, I think it would be fun to go as Abraham Lincoln. I would acquire the stovepipe hat and long, full beard, and practice my speech-making voice, reciting the Gettysburg Address until I had it memorized. The other guests at the party would greet me as Mr. President, as they smiled and bowed. Throughout the evening, I would remain in character and play the part as if I really were Abraham Lincoln. As the night came to an end, I would head home to prepare for bed, remove my costume, jump into the shower, and eventually lay my head on the pillow. As I lie in bed, thinking about the events of the evening, I would know that the man falling to sleep in my bed was me, not Abraham Lincoln. Two men or two women can rent tuxedos, appear before a justice of the peace, recite vows, exchange rings, kiss each other in celebration, tie tin cans to the bumper of their car, drive to Las Vegas for a honeymoon, return to their apartment and hang their certificate for all to see, and they would not be married. Their arrangement might be referred to as a civil union, a homosexual couple, gay partners, friends, gay pals, sexual toys, two parts of an orgy, or any other moniker they choose, but what they consummated on their first night together would not be a marriage. Marriage has a definition. Two men or women living and having sex together is not in that definition. I didn't create the definition or institution, and neither did you. It is not up to us to change it, but change it we will. If you put lipstick, high heels, and a dress on a pig, it is not a woman, no matter how much you wish it to be. This culture war is nothing new. The culture has always been at war with God and His church. The culture is relentless in its attacks, and it will not quit. It knows that through perseverance, the opposition will eventually give in, and so it continues to attack. Removing God from the schools? Check. Living together prior to marriage? Check. Legalizing abortion? Check. Redefining marriage? Eventually, and soon, I'm guessing. I'm also guessing that other perversions will over time become legal. Pederasty, pedophilia, polygamy, now more lovingly referred to as polyamory, and even incest will all become legal as the immoral in our culture, with the aid of the media, academia, and politicians, continue to push and push and push. Those in Sodom and Gomorrah would only blush at the thought of where we are heading as a culture. Because of moral relativism and situational ethics being taught to generation after generation, it's only become inevitable. Immoral? Who's to say? Right and wrong? That's only your opinion. If you remove God from consideration, why shouldn't anything go? The issue in the debate over marriage has nothing to do with rights and freedoms and love, or any of the other talking points raised. Homosexuals have been living and loving together for a long time. They've enjoyed most of the legal benefits of married couples. Instead of minding their own business and doing their own thing, a small minority has decided to attack the majority's, at least 97% of people, most prized institution, an institution that predates government, and destroy it to suit their desires. And because most people don't realize the eventual consequences and are apathetic, they get away with it. Once marriage is redefined, where does it end? It is less about acceptance or even approval and more about preferential treatment and shaking a fist at God and those who represent Him. James chapter 4:4, it says, "You adulteresses, do you not know that friendship with the world is hostility toward God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God." Most in our culture refuse to see these issues in that context. Another scripture that speaks to what is going on is from Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places." Satan is on the move. Which side are you on? Are you in the business of pleasing man, or Satan, or in pleasing God? Be ready, for it will become ugly. Gird yourself for the battle, or be run over. Matthew 19, verses 4 and 5. And Jesus answered and said, Have you not read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause a man shall leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh.